Thank you for tuning in to Mr. Cliff's Toy Shop. So here's another episode of action figures that I have not had the opportunity to review or take out of box. So this video will be a lot different from my standard reviews, as I will not be covering most of the material as I do in those reviews. So this is more so of a discussion to what you see in front of you. So let's get them out the box and let's talk action figures. So I figured we would start with Alpha Flight. I really like the fact that we get 6 figures at one time. Let's get them out the box and take a closer look. So with Alpha Flight, let's start with Guardian and Vindicator. In my opinion, they suffer from the same thing, and that's the choice of paint. When they first showed Guardian, his reddish colors was done in a metallic, which looked absolutely fabulous. They certainly, or that prototype certainly didn't make it into action figure form, as the red on both figures are dull, and even duller on Vindicator. And the white itself is more pearlescent on Guardian, but more of an eggshell color on the Vindicator figure. So just having proper or better paint applications would have made these two figures stand out a lot better. In addition, Guardian, in my opinion, is too small. I am used to seeing Guardian larger than this. I personally would have preferred the Hyperion body. So for Aurora and North Star, they suffer from the same thing that the Vindicator and Guardian suffer from, and that's paint application. However, it is not as prominent on these two figures as it is on the other two, and that's mainly because of the black. So jumping into the positives, I think the head sculpt for both figures look very well. Aurora especially is done beautifully. She looks gorgeous as a female action figure. North Star, reminds me a little bit of the Submariner figure. Not sure if that's the same face or not. So again, with these figures, I do like the face sculpts. I think they did a good job with Xmen of capturing a semi-Native American, Native American look. However, this flesh tone could have been a little bit darker, and Songbird looks pretty good as well. Now, the one thing that I will probably do with my Songbird, I'll see if I can find a soft goods cape, as the plastic one is not bad, but I would prefer to have a soft goods one. Now, what they could have added as far as accessories in this pack, and that's perhaps one of the biggest issues with this, is that it doesn't come with accessories. No effect pieces, no additional hands, no additional head sculpts. That really sucks for a set of 6 figures. So I'll probably buy some animals that I can find, preferably at the 99-cent store, and those can be my Songbird animals. So moving on to Puck, believe it or not, he was actually a Build-A-Figure in that wave, and that wave, so many people had a hard time getting those figures. I forget all who was included, but it was a tough wave to get the figures from, and a lot of people didn't end up building the Puck. Actually, I didn't have all the parts as well. So it's a cool figure to have. Pretty similar to the other one, however, the P is metallic. I don't recall if the head sculpt or not is the same. So moving on to 2 characters that share the same scope, Sasquatch and Windigo. I do have the leg for Windigo, for Sasquatch, and I do have both arms for Windigo. If I'm not mistaken, in the wave, I think it was Nightcrawler and Sinister, each one coming with a different arm. A lot of people weren't happy with this Wendigo, as they feel that it didn't represent what was in the comics. I can sort of agree with that. I just think that both of the characters should have been larger. Just to give you an idea of scale, here's Guardian. Standing next to Guardian, I must admit he looks pretty good. So for Alpha Flight, there are still 2 characters that we're missing. Marina as well as Talisman. Do you think we'll get those 2 in action figure form? If so, do you think we'll see them this year or next year? I would like to hear your comments below. Next, let's take a look at X-Force. So for Warpath, I absolutely love the look of this figure. The only griping issue that I have, I do feel that he should be bigger. Just to give you an idea of how big he is, without a question, he's not a small figure. I still see my Warpath being larger than that. But I think it's done very well. The flesh tone is good. I like the facial expression. Happy with this figure right here. With Sunspot, I also have no gripes. I am happy with the way that it came out. I think a screaming head sculpt would have been cool. In the back, you have this plug-in accessory. It is not removable. Oh, I'm surprised. I thought it pegged straight into a hole. So it doesn't appear that that can be moved. I haven't played with this figure long enough to know for sure, but it is definitely super tight if it is able to be moved. Oh, I like this Boom Boom. She screams 90. I just like the bubble gum, the glasses, and I also like the hand accessory. So I thought this was separate in package. It is not. If you can look here and see, the hand is translucent, sort of ending in the flame or special effect, but I really like that. If you ask me, this is the best version of Wolverine that we have in action figure form. Yes, better than Mezco. Yes, better than Mafex. I am not saying that this is perfect and without its issues, but for the price, the value, the size, I think that this is a fantastic Wolverine. I even like the claws here. Even though I'm definitely in need to change to some metal claws, I will be doing that sooner than later. And one of the most hated figures of 2019 would be this version of Cannonball. I think it looks very good. However, they did a great job in capturing the likeness. I even like the blast effect piece. It's not the best, it's okay. The issue is that the figure did not come with legs. Even though I think most people would display their Cannonball this way, Hasbro should have provided the choice for us to do one or the other. And of course, Strong Guy. I am at a dilemma with this Build-A-Figure, as I do not want the other characters in the wave. I have Warpath, I have Sunspot. I do not want the pirate version of Deadpool. It is way too silly for me, and it's just not something that I need. I do not want the Xmen blue and yellow version of Deadpool, as I have the Mezco version, and I'm assuming that that one is better. I don't want Shikla, as I have no idea who that character is. And I did want Maverick, but I feel that this version of Maverick is too small. And Black Tom Cassidy I will probably pick up at some point. I'm under the assumption that that figure will be discounted. If and when he does, that's when I will pick it up. However, if anyone purchase any of the figures that I do not want, and you know that you don't want to build Strong Guy and you're willing to sell or trade the pieces, please let me know in the comments below. So what X-Force characters would you like to see? I know I would like to see the black and silver version of Psylocke, Warpath, and Archangel. So moving to the end of this video, let's finish it with X-Men and X-Men related things. And which better way to start than Mr. Xavier himself? So Xavier comes with Cerebro. You just slap that over like this. I like the idea of where they were going with this. And it looks a little bit better when the color hits it. It's not done in the greatest of color. I think something more clear and translucent would have been better. However, it's better than not having anything at all. So he props in pretty easy. I do want to remove this. He comes with a cloth that plugs in here, and though I'm saying cloth, I mean that for what it is, but it is not a soft material, and this is great. I'm not crazy about the seam that comes here, nor am I crazy about the color. I may fill this seam and I may paint this. I'm pretty sure I can. I also think with this, it's functional. Thought I saw some parts tab out. Yeah, so that is functional. Fill it, and that's also functional. So this is pretty cool. I like this one here. So Professor X also comes with a head for Shadow King. Many collectors prop this on their Kingpin figure. I do not have that original Kingpin, as I was not a fan of the wave. However, I have pre-ordered 2 of the new version of Kingpin coming on the retro Spider-Man cards. So I was torn if I should go with Charles' greatest rival or his team. Let's go with the team. Let's start with the figure I think no one wanted, and that would be another Wolverine. The reason I say that is because we have so many versions. We have the X-Force version, which I just showed you. We have the version that comes with the Hulk in the 2-pack. We have another yellow and blue Wolverine. I can't remember what wave he was in. We have the brown suit Wolverine. So I just think at this point we have a lot of options for Wolverine. With that being said, unlike the 6-pack with Alpha Flight, this 3-pack comes jam-packed with accessories. So with Wolverine, we get the battle damage head as well as bone claws. In addition to that, we get a pair of what's supposed to be metal claws. We receive a Logan head sculpt. And we also get a mask grinning head sculpt. And I think this is my favorite one. I'm actually going to prop this one on. This is perfect right here. All you're missing is a pair of metal claws. So yeah, this is probably my new favorite version of Wolverine right here. And not to end that, he comes with a cowl, which goes with this head sculpt. So great accessories that comes with this Wolverine. So Cyclops comes with his leather jacket, which may be removable. It is removable. It absolutely is. However, you will still have the arms attached. So if you can find different arms or maybe the first version, but I can tell that the colors are different. So Cyclops comes with a decent amount of accessories. You get a Scott Summers head with the glasses on it. You get another Scott Summers head, also with the glasses on it. And I didn't notice the difference between these two. So it's a slight difference in expression. Also, the glasses themselves are different. Let's just zoom in. So personally, I would have preferred to get rid of one of the head sculpts and get a blast accessory. In addition, we do get a visor grabbing hand. And perhaps the most desired figure of this wave would be a new version of Jean Grey, which we desperately needed. However, the head in here is different from the prototype that we've seen. It just appears that they swapped the two. So I would probably elect for this head, though I think both are pretty good. Other than the head, Jean does not come with any additional accessories. If you've been sitting on this 3-pack, you need to pick this up. Because I assure you, when this sells out, it will be twice, if not 3 times the amount it's worth, and it's already $60. So I only have one set. I will assure you that I will be picking up another set, if not 2 more sets. So I decided to go with Archangel next. I can't believe that I have not opened this. I was really anticipating this figure, and I never took him out the box to see how great that he is, or if he doesn't live up to my expectation. So let's start here. Man, I love these wings, the metallic look. I wish that Hasbro could do this more often with their figures that are supposed to have metallic or gold pieces or accessories. These wings look phenomenal. I did just see something on the back. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see that on... Yes, you can see it on camera. The spots here, I don't know what that is. I don't know if I'm... It looks like I'm able to wipe it away. All right, so maybe it's not that big of a deal. So let's take a quick look at the accessories. So he comes with... Let's see if we can get some light. This head sculpt, which is the same head sculpt that came with... What was the alternative version of Adam Warlock? Can't think of his name. Whatever his name was, this is the exact head sculpt, just painted blue. Also comes with this head sculpt here. And my favorite is this one here. So aside from that, no additional accessories. What I will be purchasing for this figure is the smaller wing pack. Someone who makes it, I can't remember who they are, but I'll pick this up for this Archangel. And if I can still find this Archangel, I'm certainly going to add another one to my collection. Oh, I didn't even know that you could pose the wings, so that is cool. But I really like this figure here. My body is a bit loose. The arms feel loose. Parts of the leg are loose. And it doesn't help that the wings are perhaps heavier than the figure. Okay, let's get the family out of the box. Actually, before we do that, let's do this. So Iceman comes with the following accessory. No hands to shoot the ice out of, no additional head sculpts, no additional effect pieces. Not much to talk about here. I still haven't seen the perfect Iceman. This one surely isn't it. I would have originally passed on it, but I paid maybe $5 for it, so I did pick it up. It certainly will go somewhere within my Xmen display. Now let's get into this. So I failed to mention with Archangel, he comes with this piece that attaches to Apocalypse. I don't know if it will attach to the new Age of Apocalypse figure, but it definitely attaches to the Build-A-Figure Apocalypse that we received. So with this 3-pack, we're also seeing additional accessories. Quicksilver only comes with 2 running style poles hands. His paint applications are done well. His head is a little bit on the large side. What I didn't mention about the Legend figures is that the plastic itself feels a bit cheap. So I'm hoping that the quality in plastic improves with Hasbro Marvel Legend figures. So for Scarlet Witch, she comes with 2 effect pieces, and I think that this figure looks very well. What I don't like is the swirling in the plastic. It is ever so prominent on the legs. You can even see it around the bosom area. Yeah, so they have to get better at that. Or either paint the plastic. Stop casting the plastic in a particular color. Just paint it. So I'll probably be looking for a cape, a soft goods cape replacement for this. So Magneto comes with the lion's share of accessories. We get 2 effect pieces that we have seen so many times. We receive 2 fisted hands, and we get an additional head. Now what I like about this Magneto is that part of him is done in metallic, like the purple around here, which looks very good, as well as the purple up here. However, the cape is very heavy, making it very difficult for him to stand. So I'm using his cape for him to stand. So if you missed out on the previous version of Magneto, this one is a cool one to have. I thought about picking up the Mezco one. Wasn't nuts about their interpretation of him. There were a few times that I seen it cheaper. I didn't buy it. Right now it's pretty much standing for $80. Not sure I'm going to add that. But I probably will be looking for a soft goods cape for this Magneto, as this one is just too heavy. So here are 2 figures that I will not be opening at this time. I don't know anything about either one of these figures. I don't know anything about the Stepford Cuckoos or Kakos. And I don't know Marvel's Dark Beast based off the Age of Apocalypse story. But I thought this was a great looking figure. And I thought this was a cool figure to be able to switch up the head sculpts. The last of my boxes to open today would be the X-Factor 2-pack, with Havoc and Polaris. You remember those Magneto special effect pieces that I told you we have seen time and time before? And why not? So these figures come with the special effect pieces that are shown, and Polaris comes with a pair of fisted hands. So that's it for accessories. But man, am I so excited to have these 2 in my collection. I did not like the first version of Havoc that we received in Marvel Legend form. I was not familiar with that all black costume with that thing over his head. And I was not a fan of the Polaris that we seen that was done in all green. Also, she had a similar look to Scarlet Witch. This is how I remember the 2 of them. Very happy to have them in plastic form, and I am close to completing my X-Factor, excuse me. This is like my 3rd video, X-Factor team. Just gonna slide him right here. I have Multiple Man, but not on hand. We need a version of Wolfbane, or was it Feral? Whichever is on the team. and I need to complete my strong guy. So that's going to end this video. Thank you for sticking around to Mr. Cliff's Toy Shop. I hope to see you during the next review.